Hi creatives, it's Claire from Right Accountant. In this video, I'm going to be talking about how being organised in your business finances really does save you effort in keeping those finances up to date and getting it done. Now, being disorganised in business, especially in your business finances, is one surefire method to get in your own way, because you're going to spend time and effort basically working around yourself, trying to undo the things that you didn't deal with in the past. So what sort of things am I talking about when I talk about organisation, and what does being disorganised look like? So one of the major areas that comes up when I speak to clients about this is disorganised receipts. They are literally everywhere, and I'm talking about both physical receipts that are probably scattered around the house, the car, your filing system, and the digital receipts too. So multiple email addresses lodged in supplier portals, some of them uploaded to your bookkeeping software, some duplicated in cloud storage, and then some on your desktop as well. They're really not helpful in organising and getting on top of your receipts when they are organised in this way. What about money? Well, disorganised money really shows up as little to basically no idea of what might be coming in and when, what needs to go out and when, and even how much or when you might be able to pay yourself a salary. And let's not even mention taxes, because you have basically no grasp over what that means for your business. And then the third major way this really shows up for people when I work with them is mixing of business and personal. So things like you're not sure if that payment for stationery last month was for the kids, new stationery for school, or was the new hard drive you purchased for business, because they're in the same bank account, they're on the same credit card, or they're on the same PayPal. You have everything kind of mixed together, and you literally spend hours at tax time trying to separate it all. And this ways of being disorganized, which you are presumably very practiced at, basically are just making it harder. They're making it harder for you to get your bookkeeping done, because it needs more effort to untangle everything. It needs more motivation to even get started, because you know what a mess and what a pickle everything's in. And to be honest, it gets to the point where it's just easy to ignore it all until some magical time in the future when you have the mental capacity and bandwidth to deal with it all. And I'm not sure about you, but that day doesn't often arrive in my household. So why is it important then to make this change from being disorganized to being organized? Well, in my opinion, being organized reduces the amount of effort and motivation it takes to get started doing your bookkeeping and to keep it up to date as well, because it's going to do things like remove the number of times you get distracted while you're looking for something. It's going to remove some of the excuses that allow you to avoid doing it, and it's going to help you to just easily recall the things that you are supposed to do. Basically, we're reducing the mental load of processing the data and freeing you up so that you can use that mental capacity to use bookkeeping and finances and accounting to actually help grow your business, making informed decisions on where to focus, what to go next, what your business can afford, whether you can have a holiday. All those things can be utilized, they can utilize information coming from your bookkeeping and accounting. But really, what you're doing when you do this is you are setting a future you up to be seriously thankful for current you. And it doesn't have to be huge change, and I always say this: put into place some small actionable steps to reduce the chaos. It can be as simple as choosing one place to put your paper receipts. Or if digital filing is your problem, choosing one email address. Even if you end up forwarding to that email address, doing that consistently, and then putting them into a single folder within your email. Or even using digital filing and pushing everything to your preferred cloud storage. So think about where you're adding chaos or where you're creating chaos, and how you can start to untangle that. Even if you only do it going forward, that's the other thing, you may not have the capacity to deal with the pickle you've already created, but you can start fresh today and get organised going forward to reduce some of that motivation that will be needed to unpickle things. We can have 3 months worth of problems rather than 12 months worth of problems. That's still a step in the right direction. It's still a vote towards a more organised and a financially savvy business owner version of you. Now, if you don't need help getting some of these systems in place, getting some ideas of the things that could help you get more organised, or my guidance on how to bring everything together into one easy to use business finance system, then please feel free to get in touch with me for a no obligation virtual cover and just to see what things I could recommend that might work for your business. So if you want to jump into organising and you've seen that I have training on that, then feel free to go to the training. The link is in the description, where I share with you my 6 steps on getting organised, including some suggestions on the things you're going to need to organise. If you've enjoyed this video, I'd love to leave me a thumbs up or a comment, especially if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer them. And you can always subscribe to the channel for more content for small business owners every week.